to predict, even 2 years ago, or 1 year ago, or even when we met in Malta.
Soviet negotiators are in Washington this week as the bargaining continues up to the last minute.
The Labour Party has unveiled its new policy document, which includes big increases in pensions and child benefit. At the launch, party leader Neil Kinnock said the cash would come from higher taxes on the very rich. The document was attacked by the other parties, but Mr. Kinnock said the increases can be funded.
We wouldn't promise pensioners, neither would we promise families, that we'll be able to make the commitments to them that we want to make unless we knew that we were able to do it.
The England team leaves for final World Cup preparations later today, knowing that Bobby Robson will quit as manager at the end of the tournament. Robson is to become manager of the Dutch club PSV Eindhoven. He denied that his resignation had anything to do with reports about his private life.
With morale good, me in charge, never ever think about anything else but an attempt to try and win the World Cup for our country with a decent bunch of players. And you have ruined that. Some of you have ruined that. And you have affected the preparation for the sake of a flimsy story.
A flotilla of small ships has been back across the channel to the beaches of Dunkirk, where 50 years ago they helped rescue 300,000 British soldiers. Veterans of one of the greatest escapes in British military history braved choppy seas to return to the French port. The voyage marked the wartime clearance of soldiers marooned by advancing German forces. That's it for now. We'll have more news later.
Now on Nighttime, starring Charles Bronson, The Valdez Horses.
At last, Da Vinci's nightclub has reopened with a whole new light and sound system for the 90s. Open 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. Private parties anytime.
If you want an impartial opinion on who's got the best football team, you don't ask a football team manager. If you want impartial advice on how to vote at the next election, you don't ask a politician. And if you want impartial advice on all the pensions around, you don't ask someone who works for a pension company. You go to NatWest. We've no pensions of our own to offer, just impartial advice on everyone else's. We're the only major high street bank who do this. So, for hard facts and no hard sell, have a natter with NatWest.
The taste you can't forget.
Strongbow. Nothing else quite hits the mark.
Get On This has the power! Get On This is the hottest hits album around, the coolest dance album in town. With Snap, Jamtronic, Candy Flip, Technotronic, Guru Josh and Queen Latifah. Plus Lisa Stansfield, Latino Raven, JT and the Big Family. Get On This, 30 dance hits from Telstar. Oh, yeah.
For sale, weekend home with views across the South Downs and the Yorkshire Dales. Excellent sailing and golf. Hot running water, cold running water. Good fishing, home cooking, friendly neighbours, large back garden. When you own a caravan, great weekends and holidays are round the corner. Just get up and go. For a free guide, ask your dealer.
If no one else wants to listen, the Samaritans will. If you can't tell anyone else, ring us confidentially at the Samaritans. We're in the phone book.
Do you remember when this was a #1 hit?
In the year 2520.
And where were you when everyone danced to this? And here's one that will really take you back. Now, Teledisc presents Our Generation. 50 all-original hits in one extra special collection. Our Generation, with all those fabulous fun hits. Our Generation, with the really classic hits. And the great ballads. Plus the Animals. Jerry and the Pacemakers. The Walker Brothers. The Beach Boys. The Monkees. The hits go on and on. Our Generation. This exclusive collection is brought together on 4 individual albums or 3 long-playing cassettes for only $19.99, or on 3 compact discs for $24.99. However, Our Generation is not available in any shops. But here are details of how you can get your copy. Simply call us now on this number. Or send your check or postal order, made payable to Teledisc, at this address. And remember, Our Generation is not available in any shops.
Burnt the toast. Went to the dentist. Girlfriend hung up on me. Forgot my raincoat. Nothing on the box. Back to the usual.
Not a dry blackthorn day.
For sale, weekend home with views across the South Downs and the Yorkshire Dales. Excellent sailing and golf. Hot running water, cold running water. Good fishing, home cooking, friendly neighbours, large back garden. When you own a caravan, great weekends and holidays are round the corner. Just get up and go. For a free guide, ask your dealer.
When you're driving on motorways, you'll often see these signals. In normal conditions, they won't be lit, but in fog, or if there's any form of danger ahead, then the amber lights will flash and the signal will tell you the maximum speed to go. 50, for example, or 20, or 40. This signal tells you that a lane is closed. When you see this signal, you'll know the danger is past and the restriction is ended. On urban motorways, there's a signal mounted over each lane. Again, if it's foggy or if there's danger ahead, the signals will show the maximum speed at which it is safe to go in your lane. An arrow like this tells you to move to the lane to your left, or the lane to your right. An arrow like this tells you to leave the motorway at the next exit. If the amber lights change to red lights flashing above your lane, then you must not proceed any further in that particular lane. So, even if you can't see the danger, please do as these signals say. They're for your safety.
This royal throne of kings, this sceptred isle, this earth of majesty, this seat of Mars, this other Eden demi-paradise, this fortress built by nature for herself against infection and the hand of war. This happy breed of men, this little world, this precious stone set in a silver sea, which serves it in the office of a wall or as a moat defensive to a house against the envy of less happier lands. This blessed plot, this earth, this realm, this England.
Next week